Hi everyone, Wayne Tucker here. In this video, I want to talk about my experience with managing the tobacco control program when I've worked for public health in Ontario. So the various components of the program. First, I'll start off with the health promotion side. So obviously we would be providing information to the community about the dangers and the hazards of smoking to educate the community about tobacco. So that would be one part of the program. Another part of the program would be we offered smoking cessation clinics to the community. So they would come in, book an appointment, come in and speak with an health promoter or one of the other staff in the tobacco program, and to have a session to help them talk about strategies to help them quit smoking, of which in addition to providing information and things they can do to help keep themselves busy. One of the things that would be provided and offered would be Nicotine Replacement Therapy, or NRT. So that would be offered to those who are attending the sessions at a very low cost. We would be able to often use excess funds in our budget to purchase additional NRT and keep the cost very low. We didn't consider the clinics free, but the cost was only a few dollars, when normally would be much higher than that if they actually had to purchase the NRT at the drugstore, for example. So that was one part of the program, and the program did expand. It started with providing those that attended the sessions coupons that they could use to take to a retail store to purchase the NRT. But when the program moved over to me in my department, I wanted the NRT to be much more accessible to the community, or for folks when they came in to do the session. So we started to dispense the NRT directly from the public health unit, and I think that was very well received by those who were attending our session, and the staff could actually go through and talk about the product, and they could see the product, and they would leave the session with their NRT for a number of weeks. So another part of the tobacco program is the enforcement side. Various parts of the enforcement side, but the tobacco enforcement officers were responsible for ensuring that the Smoke-Free Ontario Act was being followed for enclosed workplaces as well as enclosed public spaces. So they would be ensuring, obviously, fines or warnings could be issued if they were in violation of the Smoke-Free Ontario Act. The tobacco enforcement officers would also be going to the retail places and ensure they were abiding by the act in terms of how they were selling the tobacco. Ensure, for example, it wasn't supposed to be invisible, it was supposed to be on an enclosed case, as well as the signage that was being used in the store as well had to meet the appropriate protocols of the Smoke-Free Ontario Act. Another tool that would be used by the tobacco enforcement officers would be actually using test shoppers. A test shopper was someone who was a minor, so someone that actually legally wasn't able to purchase tobacco because they were under the legal age of 19. So test shoppers minors were used to actually go around with the tobacco enforcement officer, and the tobacco enforcement officer would wait outside, and the minor would go into the store and see if they were actually able to purchase a tobacco product. And whether they were successful or not, they would just leave the store. And if they were successful, obviously they'd be back in the vehicle with the tobacco enforcement officer explaining to them that they just purchased the tobacco, provide the tobacco enforcement officer with the product that was purchased. And then the tobacco enforcement officer would leave their vehicle and go into the retail store and issue a fine to the business owner for selling tobacco to a minor. Sometimes these things, the fine wasn't paid or had to become a court case, so the tobacco enforcement officers on a regular basis had to go to court regarding the case. So a number of things in terms of the program. I managed the tobacco enforcement program for a number of years in Ontario, and it was a very rewarding program in terms of protecting the community from tobacco as much as possible. Okay, thank you.